Hello friends, this is Otz, let me explain, and today we're going to talk about the Nemesis, a killer that came out almost 2 years ago amidst a lot of controversy. If you don't remember, the first Resident Evil chapter was essentially unplayable on console and remained so for several weeks, but everything was fixed in the end, and most of the things fell into place. What was never truly fixed was the state of Nemesis himself. Even though he's a decently strong killer, no question about it, he's pretty good, he does have some quality of life issues and rough edges. My 3 main issues with him are the following, and in fact I made a video talking about them just a couple days ago. But before I published the video, I asked myself, is this really true? Am I actually right about this? Or am I just talking about things I don't really understand? Have things changed? So instead, I scrapped that video. I decided to play 1 day of only playing Nemesis and really get into it to see if he's actually a little bit better than I gave him credit for. And I have to say, I am pleasantly surprised. I have some positive things to say, and I've changed my mind on some subjects, so let me talk about them. So what are the 3 main issues with Nemesis? In my opinion, the zombie AI, the pace of the game around health states, and also his add-on design. The zombie AI, well, I don't really need to explain. The zombies on Nemesis used to be extremely prone to getting stuck on edges, on little stumps of trees, like little obstacles around the map. Certain realms, such as Red Forest or Swamp, were particularly bad. Zombies would consistently get stuck on the same landmarks all the time, to the point where you had to go and break them, kill them yourself, or else they would be there the entire game. And this was super frustrating. I don't need to explain why. However, as of right now, at some point in the recent history of the game, the developers have changed this. I tried to record a lot of instances of this happening, and I just could never do it. For minutes and minutes, zombies would never get stuck. At some point in the recent past, the developers have actually improved the pathing of the zombies. Maybe it has something to do with the bot AI that they're working on. And they are far less prone to getting stuck, much less than before, which is incredible. Very good. I played 11 games. I only saw them get stuck twice, and even then, it didn't make much of a difference. Definitely, it can still happen. There are some situations where zombies might get stuck or might roam an area of the map that is completely useless, but it's far less pronounced than before, which is incredibly good and a very pleasant surprise. I have to say, kudos to Behavior for doing this, but also, why didn't they just tell us? As far as I could tell, the patch notes don't really announce anything like this, and I'll let you know if Behavior confirms it or something, but yeah, they haven't really told us, but they have made the zombie AI better. I also noticed that in 11 out of 11 of my games, in all of my games that I played, zombies helped me in chase in all of them at least once. And that is awesome. Zombies definitely do seem to find targets and not get stuck nearly as much as before. So I'm very surprised, but this is incredibly good stuff. What is not so nice is the Nemesis add-ons. I don't really need to explain this to you much, but his add-ons are notoriously bad. If we put them all on screen right now, I can group them in different categories. We have the add-ons that have very small effects that really don't do very much. Even when they activate, they don't really do much or give much value. The add-ons that increase the mutation that you get from damaging zombies, which, long story short, typically don't make enough of a difference to make worth running. The add-ons that increase the detection range of zombies, which are okay, and the add-ons that make them faster. There's 4 of them to make them faster, very redundant. Overall, they're not bad add-ons, they're not terrible, but they are kind of boring for both sides, and they really don't do much if zombies get destroyed, flashlights on, or stuck, so really not very exciting. Then we have add-ons that do have nice effects, but that the effectiveness of which highly relies on what the other side does, and how aware they are, so I really don't love some of their design. And then add-ons that have consistent effects, but that have inconsistent results. The Broken Recovery Coin, for example, removes a supply crate, but from all of my games that I played, I think only 1 or 2 survivors actually exhausted all of their crates. So it's really uncommon for this add-on to make a difference. Survivors often just decide not to deal with it. That's why the Plan 43 binds also doesn't do much. It only slows them down for a few seconds. They should be a brown add-on. And then there's Marvin's Blood, which increases the infection that you get from hitting survivors with your tentacle. This is good. It used to be his best add-on, but they nerfed it. And now it doesn't really make a difference in hitting tier 2 very much. And hitting tier 3, I mean, it also doesn't make a huge difference. So it's a bit of a subpar add-on. Even though they tweaked it just a little bit, it was enough to almost kill it. So what did we do? Myself and chat sat down for a few hours and we came up with some really beautiful reworked add-ons. Probably a little bit hard to read it on the screen right now, but I will have a picture if you want to have a look. And I hope that they must consider some of these, I think, really cool ideas that are not super unfun for either side and are a lot more engaging. You tell me what you think. The third problem, however, is the more complex one. This is the problem regarding health states and the pace of the game. It's no surprise that if survivors are a little bit stupid and group up and you hit one and you hit another, you're going to do incredible as Nemesis. If you get into tier 2 as soon as possible, you are doing amazing because now you can break pallets and break walls and you become a lot more menacing in chase. But if survivors split up and if they play well and if they do little tricks like getting hit by a zombie next to you so that you cannot get infection out of them, this can be very difficult. If you want to see just how difficult a game can be of Nemesis, even if you play relatively well against survivors to split up and play super efficient, watch this match that I uploaded some time ago against a really strong group of survivors, and you'll see just how difficult it is to keep up with survivors when you have to hit them 3 times with your power and they get a speed boost the first 2 times. It's pretty rough, and this hasn't really changed. Luckily for you, survivors don't really know about these tricks very well. They don't play against Nemi like they do Legion. They don't split up. So in 11 of my games, only one game, we had survivors that actually split up and made me lose a gem before I could hit tier 2. So for the most part, if you're going to play Nemesis and you haven't taken him for a spin in a while, definitely play him. Most teams still don't know how to play against him. Zombies have gotten better, and this is not going to be much of an issue, especially if you stack a bunch of slowdown perks to give you time to get tier 2. I do think, though, that the devs could still address this. It would be really nice if base kit Nemesis could get to tier 2 after 3 hits on a single survivor. I don't know why that's not a thing. It would be really nice if Nemesis could get into tier 2 by doing other things other than having to hit 2 survivors, which is something that they can definitely deny very, very quickly if they're smart. But overall, big conclusion. Nemesis has gotten better. Nemesis quality of life has definitely gotten better. And if you haven't tried him, as I said, definitely it is a good time now to do it. If you want to know good builds for him, I'll have a few on screen right now, but you can also check otzdarva.com/builds. We have updated builds for all the killers there. As well as maybe an add-on guide coming soon. If you do want to, you can also check the old one that still is completely up to date as far as Nemesis add-ons are concerned. And now I'm just going to leave you with a little fun trick that I discovered while testing for this video on how to lose zombies as a survivor if you don't have a flashlight, which I think is a little bit quirky, a little bit fun. But that's all for me. Thanks so much for watching. And I'm really glad I didn't record the video and I actually went to check because things are a little bit better than I thought. Yeah, good stuff. All right, can I do it one more time? Hey, buddy. All right, so that's 2 out of 2, right? Three out of 3? All right. There you go. 4 out of 4. 5 out of 5. Okay. 5 out of 6. Oh shit. Let's see if I can do a double combo. Luster, and now you? Nice! Hey, well, that's one of the ways to counter Nemesis zombies. You're welcome. That's pretty good, right?